Hey everybody, welcome back to where we're doing deep dives line by line into the New Testament. Trying to take bite-sized chunks out of this thing to marinate on your brain. There's a lot to digest, a lot to think about, a lot of questions to ask. Everybody has their own independent spiritual journey, and part of that for many people is exploring the New Testament. So we're going to see if we can't get any nuggets out of it for our own spiritual journey. If asking questions of religious texts is offensive to you, then you are in the wrong spot. If it is not, and you think that's what we should be doing about everything and every aspect of our life, then you made it. You made it to kindred spirits. So in the previous video, we're in the section of Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, where Jesus gives power to heal others to his disciples. It's like, he's franchising out. He needs to have more people because he's not able to do it all on his own, right? So he gives his disciples the power to go carry on. So he says, in quotes, "Lo, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves." All right, well, that may be true. There are a lot of bad people in the world. So certainly the world can be a cruel place. So he's telling his disciples, I'm sending you out. So be careful with these wolves. But if you're with the Son of God and he's healing people and doing all these miracles, why would you be concerned about a wolf, a sheep dressed as a wolf dressed as a sheep? In these parables, to be weary of nice people appearing on the outside but really want to destroy you. You're the Son of God. You're doing miracles. Why are you fearful of anybody? Why even giving them a warning? You just gave them all the power. I don't know. Maybe one of y'all can answer that for me. Jesus, he just gave all of them powers to cast out demons, to heal all the sick. But you're going to be worried about somebody who may harbor some kind of ill will toward you. And Jesus tells them in Matthew chapter 10, verse 16, quote, "Be wise as serpents and simple as doves." Okay, that's sound. That's Eastern philosophy, but it is also giving some nods of respect to the serpent, because that's a very choice words to be using, because the serpent has big meaning in the Old Testament. So I don't know if he's giving the nod to the serpent and respect or approving of a serpent's evil. I can't put my finger on that one. I'm not sure. So if any of you scholars or studiers of this have something on that, I'd like to know. So if we continue on in Matthew chapter 17 and 18, it says, "Be weary of men, because they will scourge you." You're in the synagogues. They're going to just come at you. The governors and kings, they're going to come after you. Why in the world would a governor or king come after you? You're like a massive political tool, right? If all of a sudden in your land that you're governing and in control of, this guy comes up, he has no desire to be in government whatsoever, apparently. He has no desire to be an administrative force in that way. So he's not a threat, maybe a perceived threat, but he's not. So you could use him in order to enhance the quality of life of the people in your area. Why would they come after him? Like, your first thought as a politician, you would think would be, what a great tool. Wonder how I can use this guy. That's what politicians do, right? But instead, Jesus is saying, they're gonna come after you. And if you're doing such good work and miracles, would the crowds allow you to get punished? All these people, including our own government, is ruled by consent. So either our implied or expressed consent or just indifference. The crowds, if they are healing your mom, your kids, you, doing all of these things, who is going to allow somebody to kill them or harm them in any way? I don't know. That's enough to think about right there. So if you have any comments, please leave them. I'd really appreciate it, as long as they're kind. I just either ignore or delete all the rude ones. There's so many fundamentalist people. If you don't believe exactly the way I believe, then you're of the devil. You're in a cult. You're in a whatever. It's just who has time for that crap? We're all trying to shrink well, no, we're not. Some of us are trying to shrink the political and spiritual divides between us and attempt to make this world a little bit better by working on ourselves first, so we can have better relationships with others, so that we can meditate and communicate with the infinite in a better way. And if that appeals to you, check us out on our other YouTube channel, Mystics of Texas. And you can find out more at mysticsoftexas.com, and join with us in person every Sunday at 1:15. We're right on the Louisiana-Texas border. And it's a wonderful fellowship, wonderful meditation, wonderful being good stewards of the land and growing food for each other, all for free. And I would invite you warmly and welcome you in person. Thanks. We'll see you next time.